Welcome to Malty Monday this week. Rio's got a cool cider. I'm pretty pumped that we're doing a lot of ciders now. I didn't really drink a ton of ciders until we started doing cider classes, and Rio's kind of got me into ciders, and I've kind of found that through getting into ciders, one thing I love is fresh cheese and bloomy rind brie style cheeses, and that's what we have here. Kunik from Nettle Farms in upstate New York. Kunik's a blend. It's mostly goat's milk cheese, but at the end of it, they put just a little bit of cows. I think it's like 85-15 on the percentage, and it's really cool because for someone who's not fully into goat's milk cheese, this is a great way to kind of get into it because you definitely get some of those goat's milk characteristics, but the cow's milk kind of makes it a little bit more friendly, kind of creamies it up a little bit. It's really cool. When I pair apple or ciders, I kind of think about cheese boards, right? People put apples on cheese boards, and classic pairing is brie and apples. And so when we did this, it worked perfectly. What's cool about this is it's got a totally edible rind, and I definitely recommend if you do get this cheese, eating the rind. It adds this kind of cool, almost like hazelnut flavor to it, which I think goes really good with the cider too. It kind of stands up to it. I'll let Rio kind of go into the cider part of it, but this is a really cool cheese. It's one of my favorites in the case.
I do love that cheese.
Yeah, this is Rio's.
So this is a Etta Place dry hard cider. Etta Place is a brand new cidery here in Utah. They're down in Torrey, central Utah. And what's really cool about them is they're making all their cider from apples grown in the area. So the folks who started this, Robert and Ann Mark, moved down there. They're from Salt Lake, and years and years ago planted tons and tons of heirloom apple trees. On top of that, they're also collecting. There's a ton of apple trees in the area. Like in Capitol Reef National Park, there are old orchards that were planted by pioneers that are still producing fruit, and people go out and harvest them. There's tons of apple trees all around the area, and they actually get a lot of community support. People bring apples by so they can be juiced, and this one actually has most of, some of their other Etta Place ciders. They have like a rosé and a semi-sweet, and those have more of their own grown apples. This one has quite a bit of the other apples that are grown in the area and kind of donated or bought by Etta Place. So it's a really fantastic American dry cider. And what you notice when you taste something like this, got a little. What you notice first when you taste something like this, you could be expecting just something dry, but what you get is this presence of tannins. A lot of people don't expect tannins like you find in wine in a cider, but really good cider apples that have been, heirloom varieties and stuff have this wonderful bitter tannic quality, and it adds huge body and crazy other notes to the cider. So this wonderful kind of dry, refreshing champagne-like kind of thing going on. Most of the residual sugar is gone. It's a very dry beverage. Then that tannin kind of also makes it an additional level of dry, and it's really fun again to kind of pair with cheese in particular, because the cheese is very fatty, right? Very creamy.
It kind of helps cut those a little bit, right?
Exactly. They kind of come in and kind of demolish each other so that you can go in waves, and each wave is fresh and delicious. Really, really cool. These guys are brand new. Congratulations to them on getting open. Go down, and if you happen to be passing through central Utah this summer, check them out, because they have limited batches of cider. Everything is made from delicious heirloom apples and stuff around there. And, it's hard to get. They're not going to get it up here in Salt Lake at all. You basically have to go down there. So support them, support local cider, and check it out. It's fantastic with cheese, and if you're out camping, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Weather's getting nice, looking for something fresh. This is a great, sit out on the patio, put together, have a good time. They agree. Cider class though. We got a cider class coming. We've done a couple cider classes now. Honestly, I have to say they're probably one of my favorite classes we're doing. Rio always brings really cool stuff. We always find really cool pairings. So check that out. It's on the website. It's the first week of July.
It's towards the end of July.
So
we're getting, we're doing a lineup that we've never done. We've kind of, sometimes ciders are harder to get here in Utah, but we have some really cool ones that are starting to come into the market, including some Etta Place. So check out the cider class. You can't go wrong. It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys.